Hey everybody, before we get into today's show, just want to make sure you are aware that we are giving away the very popular dairy and gluten support. This is the product that helps you break down the breads and the pastas and the cheese and the milk and all of the different ice creams and all the different, flex-based foods you may be enjoying for the summer. It also helps break down beans and legumes and any products that can give you the bloating, the gas, the indigestion. And that is because it contains a higher dosage than even the daily digestive enzyme that you can take on a daily basis, but this helps with the DPP4, the lactase, the hemicellulase, all the things that can help to break down and give you less issues of the bloating, the gas, the skin issues, the inflammation that you might get from eating some of these foods. So right now, we're going to give you a free bottle with all qualifying orders at stevencabral.com/shop. And yes, this goes internationally as well. Head on over to stevencabral.com/shop while supplies last. Take care, everybody. Now, enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Great to have you here today on this Cabral Concept episode. This is episode 2692. You can find all the show notes plus the 5 things that I do to get rid of all of the harmful pollutants and toxins in the bedroom in just 5 steps. That's it, literally it. I will share those with you today at stevencabral.com/2692. That's where everything will be at. Plus all of the links, all of the recommendations. This is literally everything that I've been doing, everything that I've learned condensed into 5 simple steps that I've really figured out over the last 10 to 15 years. The first and foremost is what I spoke about just about a week or 2 ago. I went through the entire NASA study on how to remove volatile organic compounds. These are basically toxins in your home that build up in your home with just using everyday plants. But I gave you the top 5 plants on that show in order to be able to eliminate toxins in the whole home and the bedroom. So my wife and I, we basically have plants in almost every room. I have plants in my office, we have plants in the bedroom, and they don't have to be huge plants. They really don't. So we typically have like 2 to 3 plants in most major rooms. And the bedroom is no different. Now, the smaller the room, the less plants you really need in order for them to be able to do their job. Plus, plants are also very calming for the nervous system, and they're symbiotic living with we humans, right? We give off carbon dioxide, they give off oxygen. It's a beautiful cycle. We feed them, they feed us what we need for life. So what I'm going to do, and again, I'm going to link everything up, but I'm going to link up the specific plants like the simple snake leaf plant or snake plant that you can put right in your bedroom. I mentioned that one. It's only 1 out of the 5, but I'm going to link up all the podcasts and all the links for you. But a simple snake plant, literally, is it's almost, I always say I recommend this one because it's almost impossible to kill. It really is. And if you don't have like high ceilings or anything like that in your house, you put it in a little bit of like a vase that's lifted and or a planter that's lifted, and you can actually make the ceiling height, everything seem a little higher because it brings everything up to the ceiling. So first and foremost is plants. And again, I'm going to link them all up for you today at stevencabral.com/2692. And we actually just found a brand new link, super inexpensive. If you don't already have plants, you can actually get them shipped to you. I have no affiliation with these companies, but the plant companies are out there and they're able now, they understand that people want these for air filtering because they work. The second though is this, is that although I'm a huge advocate of bringing plants into the home, we want a true air filter based on modern-based technology as well. It has a carbon filter, it has a HEPA filter, it has ionization. All of these things can be utilized as well as certain like lights inside of it, ozone as well, to kill toxins in your bedroom. Now, air filters are great for every area of the house, just like plants. But you can get air filters based on the size of the room that will actually be perfect for turning over the air, ideally 2 to 4 times an hour. So the company I recommend, I'm going to link up as well. The company name that I've been using, because I've used a bunch of companies before. So back in the day, I used to use an Allen air filter. Then after that, I used an IQ air filter. Amazing, but very, very expensive. And the replacement parts are not as easy to get, meaning like replacement filters and all that. Then I started working with a company or using a company called Air Doctor. And they have all different sizes. The most popular for sure, though, are the 3000 and the 5000. We use the 5000 for open living rooms and the big spaces that you and your family convene in for the most. And we use the 3000s typically for the bedrooms, but you could go even smaller. You might want to use a 2000 in the bedroom if you have a small bedroom. So huge advocate of these. You only need to change the filters every 6 to 12 months. You can give them a little vacuum once a month to get all the dust and all the debris out of there. Absolutely incredible. I know we have discount codes for all of these things, so we'll certainly share them with you, I'm sure. So just go to stephencabral.com/2692. If my team has discount codes, which they typically reach out to these companies that they can get, they absolutely will do that. All right, so in our bedroom, we have plants mixed with, it's a beautiful looking air filter that's just all white, blends in, looks great. The third one is this. So now we've cleaned the air from pollutants, chemicals, CO2, volatile organic compounds, formaldehydes, off-gassing, etc. Okay, especially if you live in a city. But again, if you don't live in a city, you're also then exposed to what? Dust and mold spores and more pollen from being in a New England-based atmosphere, for example. Okay, the third one is this. We need to take care of EMFs. So my next 2 recommendations are based on EMFs. So first and foremost, do not use an alarm clock, although there's all sorts of fancy ones out there that connect to Wi-Fi. Get the Wi-Fi out of the bedroom. I'm a huge advocate of saying 8 hours in bed, no Wi-Fi. You don't want to be exposed to that, right? So what we do in my house is I have a wake light that plugs into a wall, and you want to keep that at least 3 to 6 feet away from your head, okay? Don't plug anything in right behind your head as well. Push your bed away from the wall, especially if there's an outlet right behind your head. Even better, don't put your head next to that outlet. Try to position your bed somewhere else if possible. Okay, so if you can, plug that nightlight in, or not nightlight, but your alarm clock in 3 to 6 feet away, and make sure that it is non-Wi-Fi. All right, I've been using the wake light for many, many years. Huge advocate of it. I'm not gonna talk about it here today, but it wakes you up by light rather than a glaring alarm sound, which spikes cortisol levels and pulls you right out of REM sleep, and you're all sorts of groggy and all of that. We don't want that, okay. Or you can use a battery-powered one. So my wife's side of the bed, she has a battery-powered alarm clock. Me, I have my little wake light on my side of the bed. Neither one of them are Wi-Fi. They're low tech, right? It's the opposite of high tech in your bedroom. I'm a huge tech person, but not in the bedroom. All right, so I'm a big fan of that. And then I also use a Somavedic in my house. A Somavedic, there's a misnomer that it blocks Wi-Fi. A Somavedic device does not block Wi-Fi. A Somavedic device sends out other what are called scalar-based waves. These frequencies or waves are absorbed by the body, and again, you can look at the European clinical studies on this, are absorbed by the body, therefore not allowing the harmful effects of the electromagnetic frequencies. So your body has to absorb, or does absorb, energy frequencies. Better to absorb the scalar-based waves, frequencies, rather than EMFs. So that's what we do. So if you don't have a house that's more than 100 feet in any one direction, you can have one Somavedic device, like the Medic. It's called now the Somavedic Vedic. I have the old school one called Medic. Now it's just renamed the Vedic. That works for the whole house. So that's what we do. We don't place it in the bedroom per se. We place it in the living room with our big Air Doctor 5000, and that takes care of basically all the whole main space. I'll link that up as well. All right. Number 4, though, is choosing sheets and comforters or duvets that are breathable. So what you don't want to do is have synthetic polyester and rayon and other types of materials that will not allow your body to breathe. Your body has to breathe even if it's covered up. It's better for the lymphatic system. It's better for just naturally sweating, getting rid of toxins when you sleep, because that's what your body does. You lose up to 1 liter of water basically every night. And that's why it's important to hydrate when you wake up. So that's really important. I use a company called Cozy Earth for the sheets. Been using them for years. Softest feeling bamboo sheets, fully sustainable, great company. People love them. They absolutely love them. So I'm going to link that up. And then we also now use a duvet, which acts as a weighted blanket as well by Therasage. Now, the interesting thing about this weighted blanket is that it's lined with silver lining, literally silver lining. What does that do? It acts as a Faraday blanket that absorbs any type of frequencies, EMFs, into the silver and blocks it from absorbing into your body. And again, this is clinically proven. You can just look up Faraday or Faraday cage or anything like that, and it blocks your body from absorbing then the EMF. So pretty nice. You're going to probably sleep with a duvet cover anyways. So that's a great one to use too. We just recently added that about 6 months ago. All right, and the last one is making sure that you're sleeping on a mattress that does not have harmful glues, solvents, or anything that will off-gas. So we use an organic mattress. It's made only from organic cotton and organic wool, but you can actually get a vegan-based variety of this as well, made from latex, with no glues or harmful binders. The one that we use right now, I've used multiple companies in the past. I've used Awara, and right now I'm using Avocado. Avocado has the highest level of certifications. So if you want a company that really just goes through the whole process from growing their own materials, their own farms, to the highest level of certifications, that's the Avocado. And so what I've tried to do in my bedroom is make it low tech, no Wi-Fi, no EMFs, cleaning the air, breathable sheets, blocking EMFs. So there's really nothing left. And we also don't do like any thick carpeting, anything like that would, collect a lot of dust or anything like that. But again, your air filter would help with that. But that's what we do. So the bedroom you can design it beautifully. My wife does an amazing job with interior design. But what I will say is this: it's low tech, it's clean, it's simple. You can still make it elegant, but it doesn't allow then for you to be bombarded by all the chemicals of everyday life. So what I'm going to do is, hopefully this makes it easy, the plants and the air filters, the Somavedic and the non-Wi-Fi based alarm clocks or clocks, the sheets and the Therasage EMF blocking blanket, the weighted blanket, as well as the Avocado mattress. I will link those up today with all of the discount codes. If you want to take advantage of it, you're welcome to. And those are at stevencabral.com/2692. But what I wanted to do, whether you decide to set up your bedroom like this or not, is just to know what you're looking for. Clean air, no EMFs, hypoallergenic, breathable base sheets and environment, no off-gassing, so that at least for 8 hours, 1/3 of your day, you can be in an environment that is not bombarding you with more and more of the 100,000 man-made chemicals in the environment. So hopefully this was helpful. Again, if it was, do feel free to share this episode with anyone you believe it could serve. Take care, everybody. Have an amazing rest of the day. Thanks so much for tuning into the show. And before you head off, just make sure you don't miss what's going on this week over at Equalife. And that is our official Start to Summer giveaway. And that is the free dairy and gluten support. We try to do it once a year for summer. It is one of the most popular products all year round, but especially for summer, at least here over in the United States and let's say most of Europe, where a lot of our clients are. Because what you can do is you can actually help to mitigate, to decrease a lot of the effects of eating dairy and gluten and even beans and legumes by improving your overall digestion with the enzymes that help break these things down. So things like lactase and DPP4 and cellulase and a lot of the products that the body lacks in terms of digestive enzymes are what can cause the bloating, the gas, the inflammation, the distension, the loose stool. And by using a simple enzyme to help break down the gluten better, to help break down the dairy, the cheese, the ice cream, the whatever it might be, right? Milk-based products, or even beans and legumes. The gluten and dairy support is exactly what helps with that. So what I want to do is I want to share, again, I always have these bottles for barbecues. They're on my picnic table outside, all that. I want to share it with you as well. Get a free bottle this week on all qualifying orders. Head on over to StephenCabral.com/shop. That's StephenCabral.com/shop for all the details. Completely free on all qualifying orders. Ships all around the world. Take care, everybody. Have an amazing start to your summer.